Welcome back, Jason.
What's up?
It's the third hole, baby.
Another set.
Did we just crest on 20 now? Are we cresting 20?
This is 20. Oh my god, I didn't even think about it. Wow.
It's not a sort of number that most people celebrate, but I think for us it's pretty important.
It is. When was the first one that you officially got me on to? Was that 11?
Maybe. No, I think that was episode 2 that I'd put out.
Well, yeah, 2 we did have me and Ethan.
Yeah. And then you, I think you
But
probably were episode 11 when it was just you.
Yeah, when you hired me.
For way less than he should have got paid. These
Right.
young, hungry kids from high school, dude, they make the greatest employees. He's just use him and abuse him. I'm just kidding. He's not my employee. You're a co-host, dude.
Co-host.
I'm a co-creator.
Yeah.
He just relaxed with the title thing. It's not important right now. He
I don't
stole
need a
the
title.
sign.
Yeah, I did.
We're not allowed to tell you where. We're not allowed to tell you when. We're not allowed to tell you what he had to do to actually put his hands on the sign.
But
I think until we get a logo, it looks good, baby.
Yeah,
You're in the
is
fucking third hole. You're
Literally.
inside of it.
Yeah, it won't make sense for the gaming show now that I thought about it. Not called the third hole. But this one, we got it.
We got it.
Dom's got a new mic. We got a new couch. We got some curtains. We got
Fucking rolling out that new.
dude.
You guys, and it
we
was
got
all.
new.
It's like Janet Jackson said. It's all for you. Something, 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 all for you.
Oh, you're
My
gonna.
brother licked little boy's asses all for. He did that for himself. He didn't do that for me, dude.
You sang so much in the last one. I had a really hard time not cutting you. You
Cut me, dude?
Yeah. You were singing
I don't think
a
you.
lot.
Do you? But would you cut that voice, dude?
No, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you, dude.
You have a beautiful voice, but
It's all my mic, really. It has nothing to do with my talent.
no. It's copyright issues. I just didn't want you to sing anything real. And thankfully you were just singing about rape. So
that's not real. Not funny. You know what's sexy, Jason? Fucking permission. Why don't you just get some?
Oh my god, you already said that.
Oh my god.
What is that?
I'm getting older.
You got taglines?
a couple of dude. I actually do. But I've been sort
know
of
you
saving them because I told you that I want to do this comedy routine.
Yeah.
And I've been slowly trying to write it, because it takes fucking forever just to get 5 minutes of like actual material.
Stand up.
Yes. And not that I'm a stand-up comedian, but from what I've learned and gathered from people talking about the art, you really want to write a lot and kind of go over it, hash it, and chisel it down. And so I've got a couple of taglines in there. And I think maybe not this year, man, but maybe next year I'm going to do my first stand-up comedy show.
That would be cool.
Or my first open mic night, I guess.
You know what I've thought about a lot? I was really, like, when people asked me when I was in middle school and freshman year,
Right.
People asked what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to be a comedian. I was just really into
And
that
that was the
lane.
joke.
I was into production stuff. I was
Okay.
into the arts. I found myself funny. So,
Right, okay.
I was like, yeah, comedian. And I remember in one speech I gave, they're like, explain why you want the career you want. I'm like, I want to be a comedian because it's the only job robots can't take. That was my reasoning. And
It's a fucking solid point, dude.
It's a solid point, but it's also like, why are you thinking that? Like,
No, the people that are wondering why are you thinking that obviously don't know about AI and the problems it poses.
Yeah, true.
This ain't a fucking game, dude.
They gonna steal your jobs.
They've already taken over a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make those cool little pin cushions for the Rose Parade that, like certain stores give away every year?
Yeah.
Robots do them, dude.
I mean, it's
Goodbye, William.
is- I
Goodbye,
think-
Janet. They all lost their fucking jobs at the factory where they were at, dude. Replaced by assembly line.
I think yes and no there. I also think with the robots, it creates more jobs too. So not those people aren't necessarily losing jobs; they're just losing the job they have.
I would say that you sound like every person who's read a sci-fi book and like, well, you just got to learn to work with robotics. You've got to learn how to replace parts.
No, I don't think that. I don't think. I mean,
When
not
you say-
everyone getting replaced is just like, all right, now I'm in charge of the robots.
Right.
That's one person. It's
Dude, what about the sex robots? Those are the ones you want to be in charge of. I'm telling you, dude. When this whole thing goes down, listen. When the apocalypse goes down, Jason,
Robot brothel?
you're gonna want to be in charge of the robot AI brothel, because no matter how bad the world gets, there's always a hero who just needs to bust his nut, dude, to get out there and save the world. Save the world, dude.
Save the world.
By
one nut at a time.
Sometimes. How many wars could have been prevented if home dude just busted a nut and quit? Didn't think crazy anymore.
A lot.
How many wars do you think were started over chicks? Two guys over a chick.
And
not to be like a misogynist.
If I'm honest, not too many, because
you're not a fucking romantic, obviously.
When wars were a lot more prevalent, and not saying that they're not now, but when every single country had a war going on,
right?
And the Mongols be out here,
they're just raping.
I don't think it was that big of a deal for specific women. I think more or less everything was about resources back then.
It was like it was a snatch and grab. Everybody snatch, everybody grab.
Yeah. Everyone's like,
snatch and grab.
We need these resources.
We need this pussy.
We need this land. I guess. Is pussy a resource? That's the question.
It just depends it depends on what part of the game you're playing and how old you are. Because when you're a kid, pussy is useless. Who cares? Gross, weird, smells funny. You're not into it at first. You get older. That shit's like women use it as a currency. I knew a chick, dude. She was this short little Asian girl that I work with at this furniture company I used to work for, okay? And she would tell me that she would make her boyfriend pay her $300 to have sex. Because, quote unquote, she was that good, but they didn't have sex unless he could pay. To me,
are you not just like friends with a prostitute at that point? Isn't that
not even friends, dude? You're probably paying for the apartment. Like you're housing a prostitute, and you still have to pay regular fucking customer prices. You don't even get the
that's
the discount, and that goes vice versa, dude. I'm always scared that someone's gonna call us misogynistic because we always talk about or I guess let me just I want all the fucking heat. I'll take all the heat. I want it all.
I want
all the fucking smoke, dog.
If people take your sentences out of context, you're in trouble.
Can't ever run for office.
No.
This podcast solidifies.
Do you want to?
I just want to know how much drug activity happens in the politician stream, because it's probably some of the best drugs, dude. Except the whole spirit cooking, all the weird Domino's pizza, fuck a kid kind of shit. I'm talking just
pure cocaine.
Maybe they get the Colombian Bam Bam. Maybe they get some of the bombest weed ever, dude. Maybe they get really good drugs that don't give you crazy hangovers, or
I guess you have to be pretty high security though, because everyone else who's mid-tier security, they're just on they're the most watched people, right?
Yeah. You got to be one of those behind a senator or some shit, dude.
No, I feel like they're the most looked at though. They have to go through the security. So you want to be a
private investigator?
They have to go through the security, but they're not high mainstream where they're powerful enough to avoid stuff like that. I feel like there's very few positions in government where
it sounds way too hard to do drugs in government. I'm not running.
Yeah.
I officially resign my position as candidate for the president of the United States of America.
Dude.
I'm kind of I like to throw my vote away on Bernie Sanders. I just like to go, hey, this will never happen. Boom. For the Sandman, dude. Putting my hopes to sleep. Sandman.
So
you won't be praised.
I think it's important. I don't want to be a political podcast by any means.
We're fucking getting political tonight, Jason.
I know we are.
Let's go.
Let's avoid it.
To me, government's such a weird thing because one person can affect and one person can also doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You voting, we can sit and say, hey, yes, every single person's vote counts. And then me and my 10 friends can vote for somebody. and they lose, and you're like, it kind of was weird that all the numbers, you know what I mean? There's funny things that can go on.
Yeah.
Your vote could mean nothing as much as it could mean something, you know? I feel like instead of telling people go out and vote for this person or go out and vote even in general, first learn what your government is.
Yeah.
And then do you want to play that game? Because that's the game that's being played, you know? I really look forward to a time where we re-examine the way that we do the government and we update it for the way that humans are now because they weren't.
Because we run the same rules that we did 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some states that have crazy ass fucking weirdo laws. They're just there not because of anything important, but because people are just lazy. It's just been this way for so long.
You know what's still on the driving test now?
What's that?
Horses. You have to learn about horses in the driving test in Oregon. You have to know the horse signals.
Well, see, I understand that because more often than not, I mean, especially in our area, you head out to Sam's Valley, you head out to Klamath. I mean, you're coming across people's property who a horse could have got out, could have been past the fence, and they got to bring it in, but they got to walk it along the fence, and horses get spooked by the, by the automobiles. I understand that shouldn't be on the test in California. But
I feel like is it per state or is it per
no?
DMV?
There's laws per state because there's
no, is it per DMV though? Because I feel like the one in Medford should not have horses on it. I've never seen someone riding a horse in Medford.
It's true. I mean, it very well could be one of those old ones where people used to fucking ride up in the saloon in Medford like 40 years ago.
It's literally like I had to learn about what stop was, what turn was on a horse.
Right. Because
it's different than the car for some reason.
I was pissed about the motorcycle questions. I'm like, these shouldn't even be on the fucking main roads, these pieces of shit.
That's why I failed.
Sorry.
I failed my permit because
Garrett,
of the horses, though.
You failed because of horses? I failed it because of motorcycles, dude.
There was six questions about horses, and I missed all of them.
You didn't skip and then go to the next question?
I did, but I skipped. I skipped most of them. You eventually have to come back, and those were the ones that screwed me.
Oh man, I tried to take that test.
You tried to take it twice.
I had to take the test. Failed it twice. I had to take it 3 times, dude.
Really? The permit or the drivers?
The drivers. I got my permit in California.
Oh, okay.
I fucking learned to parallel park the day before, and then came in and fucking passed.
That wasn't
test.
on my test.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
I had to
dude.
park. I just had to park on the side of the road, but there was no like in between cars.
They're like, it ain't gonna get too busy.
Also, I was
here.
in my excursion, so that was a joke.
He was like, yeah, this motherfucker is Asian. He's definitely not parallel parking this bitch. We gotta get him to an open range.
Yeah.
You take it out by the side of a farm that you park next to some cows?
No, it was all.
You ever cow tipped, Oregon boy?
No. Oregon boy.
That's what you are. Sorry, man.
I know. It's sad, but it's true.
No, it's okay. We can't let... You can't let certain situations, like, take away that you're an Oregon boy, man. I'm still an Oregon boy, like, you know.
Yeah.
Got LA on my neck, but I'm still an Oregon boy. I still know what the fuck it is.
And you're not from either.
And I'm not, and I wasn't born in either state.
Yeah. That's interesting. Like, if you got popular, what town would you represent?
The town that gave me the most love. That'd be Monrovia. Okay, right there, when I did that, why don't you put like a little sparkle thing?
Oh. Ding! Like a Pokemon
Monrovia.
flying into space.
The best. Bing.
All right, you can stop. I got it the first time. Let me blow my nose. I'm dying.
Yeah,
here.
blow your nose. Super, what was it, a 2-day Coke binge?
Yeah. What's on your mind? What was on your mind?
You know, actually, I just been a little Instagram hater.
You've been hating on Instagram?
I haven't like been outwardly hating, but I've just been watching. I've just been
against the system of it or against the people that use it?
The people that use it.
Okay.
And specifically, like, it used to be one thing, dude, when, like, girls have always, and not girls have always, but it more often than not, I've seen a lot more females take a bunch of pictures of themselves, and it be whether you agree with it or not, it be more of the norm to see a female's online profile and see a lot more pictures of their face
themselves.
and just feeling themselves or whatever they want to call it now. But now it's like this thing going on with males too. Like it's just a lot of really gussing up and getting ready to do their little, even like to do a goof video, even to like make a funny comic
I
video.
see what you're saying.
Just it's so
They put, I noticed that with YouTube too. Like, people are putting so much production value into the smallest of things, which makes this really competitive, and it makes it a little difficult. That's why podcasting is so sick, because it's relatively new. There's not like, it's not as competitive because there's so many less people.
Yeah.
But on the YouTube side of it, people have $1 million shows on YouTube because they put such a high production value into it. They have the highest level of cameras. They have an entire studio of people to make them the highest quality shit. And you remember like the golden age of YouTube, right? When everything was filmed like this.
Just nice and shitty.
Not even shitty.
We're not shitty. We're not. I'm just Jason,
people.
We're not shitty.
People who like this is higher production than the golden age of YouTube. The golden age of YouTube was literally just people buying the cheapest whatever point and shoot camera.
I was more talking about like makeup and haircuts and
the same,
and like men like having them like, do you know what I mean? It's like just the overall.
It's the same shit
show, but it's. I mean, I'm not hating on someone because they want to use the best technology, but I'm definitely like, yo, man, do you just like to see yourself? Do you like to just watch yourself on? Do you like to watch yourself back? It's like when you give a little kid a mirror, and they're just like, what? They're tripping out on themselves. Yeah. Like 18-year-old boys in a room with their hair, just like, like fucking what?
That ain't me, dog.
Jason, hey, we know. Okay?
That ain't me,
we know
dog.
you're not over there going,
you mean like TikTok
kids?
Yeah.
Hey, first of all, TikTok, fuck you. If you do TikTok and you follow the show,
time out.
Why?
Wait, time out.
Time the fuck out.
TikTok, decent app. TikTok, potential. TikTok, some nice memes. People who sing on TikTok or lip sync on TikTok.
So basically, people who use TikTok, what it's supposed to be for, because that's what it's supposed to be for lip syncing.
Not. I don't know actually.
Because otherwise, why don't we just use like Snapchat or something else?
Well, because it's the same. It's on the same avenue as Vine, because they killed.
Oh,
Vine.
it's like it's maybe an extension of Vine in a way.
Yeah.
Well, then we need to fucking.
And Vine was fucking dope, except
Vine
for the people that lip synced on it. But Vine was dope. It came up with a lot of cool comedic stuff.
The worst is like seeing a person lip sync and they have braces. They're like, I'm 12. I know what Cardi B's talking about. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny on TikTok? It's like, I don't think I've ever seen a black person on TikTok. Like as far as the advertisements, like when they throw it in your Instagram feeds, it's always like some 16-year-old white kids, dude.
There's one on Pinterest. There's only one TikTok that they play for their advertisements.
Right.
Actually, there's two, but it's the same exact chick doing the same thing. She like has different costumes and does like this weird like wub thing. It's garbage. And if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I just listen, man. Like, there's a point where you're into yourself too much.
Yeah, you smell your own shit
too much.
Yeah.
You know, and what's worse, here's the fucking fuck you if you're into this shit, okay? Here's the worst shit. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
Okay? Because I've told the story to somebody, and at first they're like, what the fuck? And then they go, okay, I understand. Okay? And this is like a representation of what I feel that sort of it's okay to be a narcissist wave that's coming on, and that social media really helps fuel. So I'm doing as I do, cruising the Instagram search engine, waves. Okay?
Surfing the web.
Surfing the web. And I'm going through the search feed. I'm just looking like insane, funny shit or stupid shit that I can hate, whatever. Because I'm a normal human being. I'm not a god. I'm not a saint. I'm not perfect. I hate and love everything equally.
You're not
terribly.
You're not an Elon Musk.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I did this a lot. There's a lot of doing that. So I find this post. And it has to do with, like, I don't know. The picture is this chick, okay? And you guys remember that iconic J-Lo dress that she wore to the whatever? And it was like that light green sort of. It was like a see-through green floral clear, and she wore the dress. It's in a museum.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I gotta get a fucking older co-host, dude. You don't know shit for references. Read a fucking E.T. Entertainment Tonight magazine or something.
No.
Okay, so it's this iconic dress from J-Lo, right? It's a very low cut, like drapes over half her boob, comes all the way right above her vagina line, pretty much. So
That's where it ends?
Yes. So it comes over the shoulder, comes across her boob, and that's how it comes across. It's like the deepest V right under the vagina that you'd ever seen, and it's a dress, and she's wearing it at a Oscar premiere or a music video, whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit? Okay. So I stop because I see this this young chick, maybe like young 20s, has the same kind of dress on, but she's in her shabby, basic ass bedroom. That's like dirty as fuck, as all chicks' bedrooms are, just fucking shit everywhere. You know who the fuck you are, and so
getting the whiff of the farts.
What? I don't think you're getting shit because your nose is stuffed up like a motherfucker.
I'm talking about these chicks. God damn it. God damn it.
You came on the show with a stuffed ass nose, now fucking pay the price. Okay? And so I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is she doing a fucking runway show in a room and showing everybody? Because that's fucking so narcissistic. Kill yourself.
Yeah, it is.
And then comes the caption.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I gotta hear it.
Here he goes. By the way, this picture in my phone screen, she's like this. It's clearly a picture of her showing off her full profile in this dress, right?
Uh-huh.
And her caption is, trying to get comfortable with showing my scar. Something about fucking healing a little bit every day. She has this tiny, Jason, I shit you not, it's not even an inch long, little slug scar, like right between her cleavage, from some surgery when she was a kid. Whatever, like no fucking scars.
Like not like
no
like smaller
got
than
your
my shoulder,
arm blown off, fucking fighting for our country. No, she has a I'm going to the Oscars dress on in her room with a half-inch big scar in between her fully flaunting boobies. Okay? Now listen.
Be body positive. Okay.
Exactly. You're you know what? You're exactly right. I'm totally down for any person to flaunt what they got and be proud of it. Here's the caption though. Trying to be comfortable with myself with showing this scar or some shit. No, it's not, because it's not a picture of your scar. It's a picture of you in a dress with no bra or anything, just like cheeched out. You want some likes, honey, and that's okay to say that. Here's what your caption should be. I'm fucking crushing it in this dress right now. Oh, fuck this little scar on my tits, like play it off.
That's
you have
positive.
confidence about it.
Yeah.
That's body positive, not no, what you tried to do is you tried to spend 2 hours getting this whole fucking post set up with the dress, and I wonder how many pictures you took before you chose one. Because if you've ever seen people's phones it's like, dude, like you've seen some chick shit, like, whoa, you took 20 selfies and then you chose one?
Yeah. That are all the same?
Exactly. If you're going to post a picture like that, have the balls or the lips to fucking put the right caption that goes with it. You don't push your tits out in a Christmas sweater and go, heading to grandma's house for Christmas, hashtag family first, hashtag bless. No, put like, check out my boobs. Double click if you like.
I get it. You just want more more straightforwardness with it.
Straightforward or goof, but don't take your shit seriously. Don't, because what to me, I was like, hey, there's people that have real fucking scars and deformations on their body, and they're not posting about it needing likes on Instagram from, because you know what you're getting likes from for that picture, and I guarantee her profile was public, is you're getting fucking old weird dudes all over your shit. You're not getting the confidence likes. Those aren't all chicks going, yeah, girl, right on. You know what? Fucking love you for you. You're doing it, living your best life, whatever the fuck it is. You're getting dudes who go, sweet yum yum ass, love you babe, love you long long, like some weird dudes from fucking other countries. That's what you're fucking getting.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is, I see that example a lot. I see, instead of just going, hey, I want likes for how good I look, they try to throw this artistic quote or RM Drake quote in there. We didn't even get to talk about RM fucking Drake, the most basic bitch fucking poet of all times, dude. But he's another one that these motherfuckers post. And you know who posts them on? Stripper moms. Stripper moms. You're a stripper and you're a mom? Tight. But guess what? You're not. You're not a caged butterfly who just, no. No one's putting a gun to your head and say, strip, you have to do this. No, you're choosing to do that. And then you're choosing to put your half-naked body online all the time. And then you wonder why men are dogs. Like, what the fuck? You have dog bait out for dogs. You don't have man bait out.
Yeah.
That's not fucking man bait, dude.
You know, I heard someone talking too that I didn't realize this was a thing, but she was genuinely considering stripping. She was like, keep my 9 to 5, start stripping. And I'm like, are you serious?
But as a chick, dude,
but
they live a different life. You know?
I get it. It might make you more money, you know.
It'll definitely make you more money than that. I'm sure.
But like,
I've done it.
But at what cost? You know?
2 weird tattoos and a guy named Frank rubbing up on me. I mean, dude wore basketball shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
Where you can feel the fucking red hot poker.
Yeah. I wear them.
You wear what?
Basketball shorts. That's all I wear to sleep.
Yeah, that's what everybody in Oregon wears. They wear fucking basketball shirts and no one uses an umbrella in this fucking state.
Dude,
me and my wife drive around and we're like, everyone's got shorts and a Carhartt fucking sweatshirt with camo print and they just fucking live their life.
That's how some people ask.
Right on, Mitch. You know what I'm talking about.
Some people ask, like, what is it that makes an Oregonian stand out in Oregon? It's for sure the walking around without an umbrella. Yep. If you see anyone with an umbrella here, you know they're not from here.
They either just moved here or they're from out of town.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I see people in Portland use umbrellas.
There's probably a lot of people in Portland that aren't from Portland.
It's very true, dude. Portland's... You know what's weird? Portland's weird, dude, because I have love for Portland.
Keep Portland weird.
And very funny. I didn't even know I did that, but I like Portland, but Portland, you're still commercial. You're still like real, like you sold out on your own. Like people told you guys you were this and that, and then you were like, oh, then let's make a bunch of shops that sell it.
I think that's 100% true too.
Bacon, all this bacon shit, all this lumberjack shit.
I think there is a move of the cool city, and Portland did hit that a couple years ago, and they were the cool city. People wanted to move there. Everyone was about it.
Everyone was about it, and much.
It was the prime hipster spot, right?
Oh, dude!
But before that, it was what, like San Francisco or Seattle?
Yep. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
It was probably San Francisco, then Seattle, then Portland.
Yeah.
And then Austin picked up the huge hipster thing. It's ridiculous how fast they grew. And it was just like, well, what's this? What's this little Austin thing? Oh, we're gonna take it over now hipster. And then I feel like now it's moving to the East Coast. I think there's going to be an East Coast thing that's
I don't know, man. The East Coast always been pretty rough, tough, pick their nose and eat the stuff, dude. Like that shit might happen, but I'll tell you where it's not gonna happen. It ain't happening in Boston. It ain't fucking happening in Boston, Massachusetts, bro.
No, they ain't being hipster.
It's not
They ain't
happening.
taking
It's
over.
not happening in fucking Brooklyn. It's gonna happen in Queens.
I don't
But
even think that north though. I'm talking like somewhere
Along that-
Virginia-esque.
Oh, well, Virginia. I don't even know. You know, I was in Virginia, and it was a weird vibe. It was like, here's where, like, you knew where the low class income people lived.
Yeah.
And you knew where the rich people, like, where the upper income class, and you could tell by the building architecture.
I think.
And you could tell by just, by the.
Isn't that a huge thing on the East Coast, anyways?
Really, it's like, it's almost fucked. We went to Baltimore a couple of times. We would play at, what was it called? That's fucked, dude, because I've played there a couple of times. It's a beautiful spot. But it's this little small venue, and it's on a strip of just like, it's the hood strip, like straight up hood. Like last time we had driven out of there, we saw some dude out in the street. He had a gun just right here, like in his fucking shit. All the fucking fast food spots had the fucking glass up. Even the out, like Chinese. There's like little Chinese mom and pop spots, glass up, like to order. Hardcore.
Like you have to order through the
Yes.
slot.
Yeah. I mean that's like how fucking bad is it, dude, that you gotta get your fucking dim sum fucking down low some.
That's kind of a thing in LA too, right?
What?
The whole glass window, or maybe
it's been narrowed down. I feel like to like certain. I feel like it's, as far as percentage, it's not as much. Honestly, that's fucking stupid. I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I've been in some spots in LA that have it like that.
Yeah. That's the same thing with New York too, in their cab system.
Yeah.
Like the whole locked up.
Yeah, dude. Even that whole like, can't fucking go piss here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like once it gets, dude, if you're not a customer or once it gets past 10 o'clock, no one gives a fuck of you if you got to piss, dude. You have to fucking go anywhere.
There's cities here too that do that.
It's like
there's
a big problem, dude.
Grants Pass does that too.
Really?
Yeah, I know. We used to go like to the thrift shops and everything out there, and when I was
family
really
thrift
young,
shops, huh?
Used to.
Used
I
to
kind
get
of got
down?
my mom to stop because it became like a hoarding thing.
Oh, okay.
But-
She was getting too much cool. I could see that fucking happening, dude. Sorry, I was about to. You like how I like drink beers and I almost have to burp the whole time. So what's your shirt represent right
My
now?
shirt,
Dude?
everybody. It represents everybody. No, it's a Logic T-shirt.
What's it? What did he want it to represent? If I could pick your brain about your boy.
Everybody. It's so the E is 3 lines representing the third album he made, and then Everybody was his third album, which was a very important, positive album. He kind of told everyone's story, everything from anxiety to depression to racial issues. He had songs for each of those topics, and
All right.
I was all about it. He had a song called Black Spider-Man, which is about
The multiverse movie.
no, actually, it was before the multiverse was announced. I think, if I'm honest, I think that song propelled Spider-Verse.
You think Logic is directly responsible for?
I don't think he's
Into the
directly
Multiverse being in
responsible.
Redbox right now. Go
I
ahead.
think he's partially responsible for them being like, let's do this Black Spider-Man thing.
Logic, why don't you sponsor our fucking show since this fool keeps talking about you every time?
I love you.
Put a picture of Logic in now. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I liked that song because it was about like racial acceptance, and it was like he had a line like, what if Jesus was black? What if Spider-Man was black?
Jesus was black? Boom, doom, boom, ding, boom. I think he ripped those lyrics off of a little chick named fucking.
There's a very Logic.
Forgot your name, you curly-haired fuck.
Curly-haired fuck.
I forgot what her name is, but she had curly-ass
Ann?
hair. What?
Or Annie or whatever.
What?
What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you?
I don't know.
He's contact high, ladies and gents. Do you see dragons right now, or?
Those two.
What if God was a big old guy came stomping on
No,
us?
but if I gotta.
What if God was a fucking cyclops and every 5 years he came down and ate one member from your family? Who are you fucking throwing in his mouth?
Yeah, you can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Because I already know the answer, Jason.
By
By the way, I'd probably say my Uncle Dick, because he's already in prison, so it's like, you're already fucked up, dude. We gotta keep Grandma around. She had a stroke, dude. She's all, see, no, see. She's fucking, poor thing can only say like 6 words in Spanish, dude. Lost all her English shit after the stroke.
I'm not gonna talk.
Are you making fun of my fucking stroke-ridden grandmother, dude?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm simply denying
I don't know where it
talking
ends
about
with
it
you, dude.
on my side. If you want to talk about who your least favorite family members are, by all means.
It used to be weird, you know. It used to be the way that I grew up with my family was a trip, because I got to see 2 sides of a family coin, right? My dad's side, he's like from Mexico, came here in the fucking like 60s or whatever, or maybe like in the 70s, and they always had like not a lot of money. Lived in a small apartment, you know, in Carmel Mountain, which is like down on the way to fucking Escondido and shit, or like down, you know, down their lower area,
Yeah.
Southern California. And my mom's side always had a little bit more money. There was always some bickering going on with my mom's sisters or brothers of the family. There'd be like some financial keeping up with the Joneses next door kind of shit going on. And I always found that super ironic that when it came to like Christmas time and shit, my dad's side grandparents, my grandparents, his parents would always just scrape together and give us like $40. You know what I mean? In an envelope.
Nice.
And then like a little prayer written in Spanish in the envelope. I never fucking read that shit. And like I said, I can't speak that shit. Fucking grandma, $40 and gracias. You know what I mean? Finally dusting off that Spanish for the big 4-0, you know? And then it'd be my mom's side. And, you know, we get gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
But you would just see it wasn't like, wow. It was just like, yeah, you guys all have shit. Every time we come here, there's like this and there's this and there's that, you know?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but your mom's like mostly white, right?
Mm-hmm. My grandmother is Spaniard.
On your
and
mom's
my
side?
grandfather was Norwegian and Irish. So
Okay.
she's more Spanish blood, Spaniard, where the fuck, European. It's all European. European all over my face.
Spanish.
R.
But
Kelly.
Spanish is white, right?
Watch your fucking self, dog. Watch your fucking self. Whoa. I don't know. I'm not a... Maybe. I feel... Well, technically, I don't know the specifics of how it all breaks down. You know, Norwegian, that's pretty Viking. That's pretty, like, separated from Europe. But, I mean, Europe,
Yeah.
French... I mean, they're all the fucking kind of same.
Norwegian is... That's what my dad is, too.
That's good. That's German, but you know what I mean. Das Boot!
Das Boot. The Spanish, though, the reason I say that with as little knowledge as I have about it.
Yeah, be careful, dude. That MGTOW dude will fuck your whole fucking profile up, bro.
The what's his name? Columbo? Christopher?
Oh, the sheep fucker. Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, he was white. And he was Spanish.
I thought he was technically Italiano, working for the Spanish.
That might be true.
Yeah, I think he was. I
have
Italian.
very little
Hey,
knowledge of that.
you did a lot of bad stuff, dude.
But hey, he was one of them that came over here, which makes me assume that it's part white.
Oh, I'm sure it's been. You know, the crazy thing is, however pure these lines, these ethnicities, at some point it's all been a little intermingled. Yeah. And tracing it back, you're always a little bit of something else, you know? A little bit of stuff.
My mom,
what the fuck is this?
My mom, we did the 23andMe thing.
Yes, dude.
And my mom has always been told she's 100% Chinese.
Oh, and it fucking blew her apart.
So,
dude.
and the reason I wanted it because you don't necessarily get 50-50 from your parents.
Right.
You can get anywhere from I think like 30% of your parents.
Right.
To obviously like 80.
Okay.
It's wild, and I wanted to know if I was more or less Chinese. So I wanted to get it, and then I wanted one of my parents to at least get it, so that way, if there was something on mine that wasn't on that parent's, then I know it's the other parent, right?
In theory, yeah. That's
so it was important to do that because doing mine, I found out I was partially Native American. However, I had my mom do it. My mom's not Native American, which means my pops is Native American.
One of his ancestors fucked an Indian.
Absolutely. And it's the percentage. I mathed it back to it is about the 1700s when it happened. So it's pretty accurate.
What do you mean you mapped it back?
Well, it was I forget what percentage. I think it was 0.1% Native American,
right.
Which means per generation it doubles, right? Because if the first
you're breaking it down for all our audience members right now.
The first generation would be 50%, right? And if a halfer had a kid with another white,
is that what they called him, a halfer?
That's what I get
Use
called.
A halfer, boy.
Biracial. If you're biracial and you have another,
I like to call it chocolate vanilla swirl.
It deduces by 50% every time. So going backwards 50%, it's about the 1700s when it would have happened.
You're like, I've moved this 30 fucking times.
I know. Thankfully, we're on separate tracks, so I'm gonna cut your fucking track, dude.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so you were talking about
semen. Yeah, they fuck my ancestors basically.
Well, I mean, who knows? I used to make this joke and be like, "Yeah, dude, your great grandpa probably just fucking raped some Pocahontas somewhere," but you don't know. Could have loved each other, dude. You ever seen Dance with Wolves?
All right.
That ended pretty good.
I highly doubt it because of the time period.
A lot of crazy shit going on in that time period, dude.
But then on my mom's side, the interesting thing was she is not 100% Chinese. And the also interesting thing, there's different pieces of Chinese that they divide because apparently China's been around for so fucking long that there's different genetics in China. One of her genes that she refuses to accept, and she's like, I'm not. They messed up on this.
Right.
It says she's part Vietnamese, and she's so pissed about it.
Is that Chinese people and Vietnamese people got the little hate beef going on?
Yeah. And growing up, she was always told to, like, fuck Vietnamese people. They're trash.
Dude, I was never told that.
Any of that?
Never.
Well, my mom's a little older.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is it's funny because I'm sure we can ask older people and be like, Dad, I asked my dad, hey, Dad, did Grandpa ever say, fucking don't fuck with these, El Salvadorians or Puerto Ricans, whatever, Mexicans, whoever they have fucking beef with at the time. But it's a real trip that in other countries, that shit's still pretty strong. Like here, it's like you are forced to be around a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this country, it definitely, I think, helps with seeing other cultures.
Yeah.
Because there's so many random people that there's not, I mean, there kind of is now, but there's not a American.
Yeah. There's not like an American that you think of when you think of America. Yeah. I guess maybe you do. I'm sure most people think of like a fucking Ryan Sheckler or something. I don't know.
I mean, I know
how about this? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Fucking, I don't even know how to. This couch sinks in a little bit. I'm gonna put this fucker right here.
If you're going to say what do you think of when you think of American, I have an answer.
Oh, you have an answer.
Yeah, I'm racist. I'm gonna let you fix your mic. I think of the more atypical, big ass guy in a Walmart wheelchair with an American flag flying behind him in a trucker hat. That's straight up what I think of when I think of American. Tell me if I'm wrong. I want it to be a different image of America, but that's absolutely what I think of.
That's okay. I mean,
you can't find that in any other country.
I have to admit that I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the point, the fact that I can't
fucking playing with your mic.
I can't fucking stop touching it.
You gotta stop, bro.
It's like my cock. When I'm home, when the kids are asleep, I'm just constantly like, hey, babe. Hey. Whoa, hey.
Stop. We need to get that's why I want the other mics, if I'm honest. I want the other mics so that way you stop playing.
We'll talk about that later. Gritty, and then just cut back in. Okay? 'Cause I don't want
Americans
I understand. Okay, so we're going to come back in. You're talking about your image.
You have a different image?
I can see that. American, I don't think I have like a mental picture when someone goes like, okay, close your eyes and think of an American. I think more of like a place, like a mall or a store or something, and you see a bunch of ethnicities like doing shit. That's what I think of like. Oh, that's so American.
I wish my image was more like that. If I'm honest, the image of America should be a biracial person, but I think
why should it be? Shouldn't it be a Native American, dude? Or did you fucking forget about them like everybody else, dude?
The country of the United States of America is not Native.
Did you know that the Rogue River Indians, right here in our backyard, were the last Indians to fight against the invasion?
I didn't. My pops is from there.
They were the fucking last ones to throw down, dude.
Well,
obviously they
is
lost.
that true? Because there's still groups that are alive.
No, but I mean when it was still this crazy territory, before they were like, hey, you can have this
like
5
Oregon
miles.
Trail stuff?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or I guess they were the last to outwardly sort of, like claim land and like
that makes sense.
Or try to like go to war and send them back or whatever.
Because it's so fucking far away from the east that that makes sense.
Dude, imagine catching a fucking arrow. Like catching a bullet, like for sure that's gotta fucking hurt if you live through it. But catching an arrow
to the knee,
a thing in you, fuck. I wish a knee, but catch one in your belly, you're dead. Catch one in your up here in your lung.
Yeah, it's not that far off from a bullet.
It's true, but you gotta pull it out. You gotta pull that fucker out.
I guess it depends. Honestly, some could go through you. Probably not wooden bow and arrow type, but for sure like composite bows now.
Okay, well, Jason, we just said Oregon Trail. We're not talking composite compound with your future and your.
I feel like a crossbow though, which they had.
Oh, they had some crossbows, but did they
could go through?
Did they really have crossbows out here back in the day?
No, but they existed in those times. Also, guns existed in those times. So, yeah.
But, okay. Jesus Christ. I just want you to have an imagination and just pretend you got shot with the fucking arrow.
I don't think Native Americans had crossbows.
Crossbows. I'm sure they fucking lifted one or two off and put a little feather on it, dude. Like,
lifted off who? I don't think.
We cock them back.
I don't think crossbows were in America.
This is America, huh? You got me tripping, Naka.
Donald Glover's pretty good artist all around.
I don't really know, man.
He's a good. I
haven't followed too much of his jazz,
The Community, acted in. He wrote He wrote 30 Rock.
He wrote 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Or he was a writer on 30 Rock?
He wrote the show.
That's pretty fucking crazy. I did not know that.
He's
Fucking tip of the cap to you, sir.
Atlanta, his TV show that he acts and directs.
What's that one?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's all about like him, and he's trying to be a producer for his cousin in Atlanta, and it's just about like hardcore reality of ghetto Atlanta.
Of Hotlanta, you mean?
Hot
dog?
Atlanta. Yeah. And
My buddy got
Paperboy
got held up by gunpoint.
in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. In 2001, he's on the payphone, and shout out to fucking BJ, Big John Campos, of my Up Syndrome days. But he comes back to the van.
I just realized the name of that. It's a play on Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's early 2000s, man. We were going for like
I get it.
All right, I just joined as a bass player. I didn't choose a name, but BJ comes back to the van. He's like, I just fucking, like, some dude just pulled a fucking gun on me. And we're like, what happened? He said he was talking to his girlfriend on the phone. And the dude came up to him and was like, what's up, homie? Like, I know you got some money. Like, let me have it. Da-da-da. And by this point in the tour, it's been already 20-something plus days. I was being out there. BJ was getting a little homesick. You know, he just got a new girlfriend. So I think he was just at like desperate times and didn't give a fuck. And he just turned to the dude and said, "Hey man, I'm talking to my girlfriend now. I'm gonna be calling my family, and I'm from out of town. They're like, you can go ahead and shoot me, but I'm not getting off the phone." Basically like that, and the dude was like, "All right," and just left him alone.
Huh.
So Hotlanta, you got some heart though. You got some heart for the homies.
There's a. Yeah. I don't want to talk about those stories, but a lot of my family's had some fucked up issues with guns. And
well, fuck, man.
Like
I got a gun.
I got guns too, but I'm talking like Oakland gangster shit.
Well, that used to be a hoodie little spot right there, Jason.
Yeah. Yep. My family's that's where all my family's from, so it's a big issue. Stuff happens.
My dad's job, when my parents were divorced, he was like fucking mid, like maybe 25, something like that age. He got a job at a 7-Eleven in like fucking Oakland or like one of the little cities right there. And he said it was fucking gnarly. He got friends with all the fucking cops.
You gotta stop.
Dude, you know what it is?
What?
I don't know. Do you know what it is? Because I don't
Stop fucking
know.
touching
I
it.
can't fucking help it.
I really thought that the beer would keep your hands busy, but...
You know what it is I'm just... When we do these shows, I get so, like, excited, and I just can't fucking sit still, dude. Because I'm so... But I just can't... See how I didn't say the word so we can't get in trouble
I'm
legally?
about to lose control.
Now we're going to fucking get sued, Jason.
Because I said 4 words.
Well, how many words can I say before we get sued?
It has to do with the tone and the...
So if I do a step higher, they can go suck my balls. If I do...
I don't know, honestly.
If I do an octave higher on a song, can I do the whole fucking song and not get in trouble? Because it's on a different note.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Look it up for me.
Because singing it, no one is going to sound 100% like the song singing it.
Oh, well, I guess you haven't fucking heard me do a little record, bud. Ready?
No.
Tell me if you know the song. Once there was a boy. That's not how it goes. I fucked it up. But I was gonna sing Nat King Cole, Nature Boy.
Oh, okay.
I know that we need content, so I was just trying to.
We don't need filler content. We need prime content.
We'll put that shit on the fucking bloopers. Do people do bloopers anymore?
I think so. Not for podcasts though. Most of the time, if I'm honest, people don't edit podcasts.
That's terrible, dude. People are not perfect.
Well,
like a couple of little dead spots, I don't mind editing. I definitely don't want to take away. You wouldn't want to take away from like the energy of the show.
Yeah. Well, I think most podcasts nowadays are broadcasted live. So realistically, editing you're only going to do if you absolutely fucked something.
That's true, man. That's very true. I didn't even think about that. I heard this one podcast. It was the one that I listened to right before I started doing my podcast. And it was this husband and wife. And the husband had, oh my goodness. Jason, put red flames coming from your fucking head right out. Yeah. I'm the sinner of souls. Ding, doom, 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 doom. You don't know your fire. Doom, 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 doom. Bloom, doom, diddlum, doom, doom, diddlum, doom, doom, diddlum. Boom, bam, down. Diddlum, doom, doom, diddlum, doom, doom, diddlum. Boom, bam, bam.
We gotta avoid this, Dom.
Some kind of music is like that, and people will buy that shit.
I know.
And they're all boom, boom. And if it's not on a cartoon show making fun of that kind of stuff, it doesn't belong in your face. Carl's Jr.
What's going on with you right now?
I used to do.
Are you okay?
I used to do cassette tapes with my brother, and we would.
Dude, we should put some cassettes on the wall. I was thinking about that.
So that they cannot even fucking read what they.
Aesthetic.
That's. I'm not gonna let you do that because. It's no, dude.
What?
Because that makes. I'm not ancient. You're making it feel ancient by putting it on a wall like it's a fucking Smithsonian. It wasn't that long ago, dude.
It wasn't that long ago, dude.
What year did you steal that sign, dude? If
Probably,
I could just get a confession.
I think 2012.
Okay, what were you wearing? Who's your favorite guitarist? Do you have a favorite guitarist?
Yeah, but I don't have many to compare to, so no.
Just tell me who your favorite guitarist is.
No, you're just gonna be like,
puppy.
you're trash.
Give me your hand. You're trash.
trash.
Come here. Give me your hand. Who is it, dude? Who the fuck is it, bro?
No.
Please. Come on. Please. I'll be annoying. Please. Come on. Please. I need $1, man. I need $1, man. I need $1, man. I need $1, man. Who the fuck is your favorite guitarist?
I don't know. I don't have a lot of reference. I have like 4.
Jason, stop being scared of who you like that plays guitar and just fucking say it. Go.
I got like corny shit. Cause
you corny, homie.
Listen,
it's fine, dog. You corny.
No. Most of my guitar knowledge stemmed from Guitar Hero. So most of my preference of rock music is Guitar Hero stuff.
Okay. All right.
Which is unfair.
Okay. So
you're corny as shit.
You are your own favorite guitarist.
No.
Because they're all
That's not what I was saying at all. I'm saying like the top 3 guitarists that I acknowledged and appreciated were Tom Morello, Slash, and Herman Lee. Because those were the stuff I heard.
Who's Herman Lee? Dragon Force?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great one. As far as guitarists go, those 3 are all fine. You need to just relax.
But
you're waiting for me to rip you up, huh?
No, because it's because they're all exactly from the same game, and it's just
I know, but in your defense, I could say that Herman Lee is a fucking genius guitar player. Slash played a big part of the 80s and the guitar playing, and Tom Morello was the fucking 90s, dude. Like that's and not even that, not even him by himself as a guitar player. The stuff he was doing where he would do all that weird feedback shit, take his input plug and play it. He kind of made it fun to.
He was huge into like the pedal stuff too.
It was like White Stripes just kind of shit, like fucking around with the guitar in a way.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys, I think, are tinkers of just the overall, just the sound you get out of it. So it's not bad, man. That's fine. Tom Morello's the shit.
It's just like I want to have a different answer because all 3 of them are in the same lane.
You don't listen to that much of that genre. You can't be expected. That's fine. Instead of faking some current guitar player, you said some classics. That's all right, dude. What a safe way to do it. Good job. Okay? Just take it easy. It's good, man.
I told
Fucking
you
nerd.
my the first concert I went to was Styx. I brought that up a couple days ago.
That's right. Which is not a bad one to have, dude.
Yeah. It was
because you got to see.
It was kind of ghetto, but not their production quality. I'm talking how the concert went down. was kind of ghetto.
Wait. What do you mean? Like where they were playing and everything?
No, it was at the Jacksonville spot.
By the way, can I just plug moccasins right now?
Okay.
Moccasin slippers. It's for your feet.
Vans, but not skate shoes.
Those are Vans?
Yeah, right.
No way. Those
Yeah.
are trippy.
They got discontinued, which is why I like them.
Yeah, because they look like a
Also-
fucking mustard squeezer.
They were the only pair of 13s in the entire Van store. So
You
I was
poor
like,
guy. You probably had to fucking suffer that minimal options. You know what? That's what I want to talk about tonight, dude.
Okay. I think
I remembered
we're
it.
coming to a close, so let's end on
Okay.
this topic. Let's hear it.
I wanted to kind of talk about this. Variety. Variety is really a gift to the fortunate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have variety. I was just thinking about my son and primarily the avenues of entertainment. You know, the toys. I mean, the way the toys are. The kids got fucking variety.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. There's so much. Excuse me. There's so much content in the world now.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone has. A lot of people have access to create what their brand or create their
specific or whatever specific thing they want
Right.
to put out there.
So there's so much to choose, and I think it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely think it's the yin and yang of it, you know. Because it was just tripping me out that a while ago, not that there wasn't variety. I mean, I've lived in a time when there was always variety, but just kind of the food you wanted to eat, where you wanted to get your food, you really didn't have that much of a variety, you know. Even for as shitty as it may be for certain families out there that have minimal variety because of their income, there's even places like Walmart is even starting to have organic options in some of their produce section, in some of their soup section, in some of like their fresh salad section, and for the minimal price it is, I want to right away be like, I know what Walmart is, dude. It's a place that you sleep at when you're on tour, and it's a place that you jack when you need something because they just really do not fuck with you. You know, it's really hard. I'd say it's harder to get caught jacking at Walmart than it is other places because I've jacked from there quite a few times back in the day. Allegedly,
I read an article talking about Walmart has about $3 billion in stolen goods a year, and that's just
insane.
That's
dude.
part of their deduction. They're just like, yeah, that's something we have. And I mean, that's why they have the people now that like check your receipts and shit.
Yeah.
But
they don't always.
They don't
only do it if you
always.
look sketchy.
Yeah.
And I wait for them, dude. I'm like,
also,
come check me out.
How many times have you walked past them when they're asking for it too?
Never.
Really?
I'm a very nice person, dude.
I'm a nice person too, but sometimes
you just walk past somebody.
No, they're not aggressive enough, if that's the right word. Like, they're not trying hard enough.
Wait, are you telling me you smell weakness on them, so you just walk past them?
No, but
you little bitch. You don't want to see my fucking receipt,
There's been a couple times when they're checking someone, and I'm just like, I'm not waiting in line to be checked.
Oh, but I don't think that's the way the process is either. I think they're there to sort of be like, are you just walking out with this, or did you really pay for this?
Yeah.
You know? So I always put my receipt out.
I've seen them before too when they're holding the pen and they're ready, and I just walk past them because they didn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
It's like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, you know? And if you don't, I thought you were painting this picture. They're like, hey, I do get. You're like, nah, it's just nah, bitch. I'm out. Fuck you, old man. You know. Here's what I don't like. I come walking in. And they say hi to the person in front of me, and then I come walking in, and they don't say hi to me, dude. Say hi to me, dude.
That's in this area thing,
dude.
Without a doubt.
It's so this area.
because it happens to me and my mom all the time, and my mom's written it off, but I know she's told me before. She's like, why didn't they acknowledge me? And we'll go to yard sales and they'll say hi to my dad because he's this big ass white dude, and then they ignore my mom. Or my mom's always faster than my dad, so she'll get out of the car, she's looking around, she's looking at things, nothing. And then my dad gets out of the car and they're like, oh, hi guys, how are you doing? It's like, that's fucking there's nothing else to explain that. Right?
No,
there's no way
that's pretty blatant.
Yeah, that's blatant, like straight up racism.
You have to just so now I kind of am just like, you know what? If they don't say hi, just go, hey, how's it going? What's up?
Pressure.
And then when I leave,
pressure.
But then when I leave, I don't say hi to those. I don't say bye to those motherfuckers. I just go. When I don't like somebody and they're by me, I go. like if a customer was fucking annoying, and let's say somebody asked me a question in a certain part of the store where I was at,
yeah,
and they were rude. Like, people have this fucking... Here, check this shit out real quick before we fucking log off. When you're a customer and you're walking around in somebody's place of business and they got the shirt on and you know that they work there...
Yeah.
You don't ask a question to their back. Actually, you don't ever ask a question to anybody's back. You don't talk to people's backs. So, when customers ask me... When I am doing something and I hear them talk to my back, instead of saying, hello, excuse me, I pretend I don't hear them.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
All the time. And the other day, a lady got a little, tiffed by that.
Yeah.
I turned around, I was like, I'm sorry, were you talking to me? It's like, yeah, I was, asking this question. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I usually start my conversations with a hello, how are you? And then we go into how I can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't fucking... Somebody working at a store is not a servant. They work at this place. You need them. They're, not that they're better than you. It's nobody's better. And I don't think the customer's always right either. I think that's really a weird thing. I think it should be an understanding.
Yeah.
If you're gonna come in and you're gonna be at a certain manner.
Wait, so then you make fart noises at these people? So
when I have to come back around to that area, I go.
That's fucking hot. I need to pick that up.
Oh, it's the best. Because what are they going to do? This employee, they'd be like, dude, I was singing a song. No, she heard me. I was beatboxing. I wasn't farting. Like, what, we're going to have a trial.
Oh, my God.
I had this one situation happen. So, at my place of business, I'm at the register, okay? I'm working at the register.
Uh-huh. Cashing people.
And I have this lady, I'm talking to this lady. We both have kids. We're talking about kids. We're talking about meal prep stuff. Okay? I finally got everything together for her, all her items, and she's paying her payment. The old gentleman behind her, real impatient seeming, real close to her. You're at that little pain kiosk, you put your pin in. Back the fuck up, dude. Hey, back the fuck up.
I don't know. Every time I'm at a check stand too, I make sure to give people their space, and when I'm cashing people out too, sometimes
I'll look away.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look to help them.
Right.
But every other time, I'm like, I'm not looking. I'm not trying anything.
I'm making it obvious that I'm not looking at your pin.
Yeah.
And so I'm expecting this dude to do that for this lady, and he's just really crowding her. And I said, speaking for the lady, because I have a wife and because I have a mom and I have a sister, speaking on behalf of the customer, I said, hey, sir, do you mind giving her a little bit more space? She's just not done paying yet. And he goes, well, I'm in a hurry and you guys are talking. That's what he says. Okay? So right away, we're good.
Sour.
Okay. So before I get my response going, she's paying, or she pays. She gets a receipt. She says bye.
Uh-huh.
And then he comes up, and he goes. He says something along the lines of, you guys are talking a lot, and people are in a hurry. And I said, well, your time management is not my problem. Because it's not. Whether you're late or ahead of time had nothing to do with me talking to this customer and making sure that she feels comfortable enough to make her payment, and that some man is not looking over her shoulder, and we can finish our conversation, because I don't sit there and gab I'm not at a hair salon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a pretty productive person. So that just rubbed me the wrong way. So then he has flowers and a card. Okay? And he goes, he says something like, well, your conversation is not my problem, and I don't think I'm going to be coming back here. And I said, okay, sir. And then gave him his receipt. He left. So whatever, right?
Yeah.
So then an email comes to the
fucking complaints.
Comes to the store, and this is what he's
complaining.
This is what he says. This is from the gentleman. I've been coming to this store, blah 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 blah. And then he talks about what happened. And he says how he, quote, I told the cashier that I was in a hurry and asked if I could be rung up. Like, fabricated a different story than all this. And I thought about this 60-year-old gentleman who lied. Who blatantly lied.
Yeah.
And then here's what he put. I was on my way to my wife's grave to drop these flowers off. Okay, first of all, no matter what happened to you or who you lost in your life, I don't know that. Because why? Because I'm a cashier at a store that you buy stuff. I'm not your grandson.
Yeah.
So when you come in acting like an asshole, I go, hey, asshole human, here's a little taste of it back, because I'm not a fucking pushover
Naturally
human.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And luckily the place I work, I get a little bit of leeway to stand my ground as an individual, because whether I have a work shirt on or not, I don't stop being a regular human being, a person who can feel and who knows asshole sarcasm when I see it, you know? Had the conversation been like, oh, you know, would you mind if I'm sorry, I don't mean to stalk your conversation, but I'm sort of in a hurry. Is it okay if I get wrong? I could have been like, I'm sorry, you know, he goes, if we would have said like, hey, I'm on my way to to visit my wife's grave. Here's the flowers. Here's the card. Here's everything for free. I'll pay for it. I'm sorry for your loss. You know, I don't even want to make you wait.
Yeah.
But no human knows your story
without you
telling them all the information. So your attitude, I just have been in customer service so long that I no longer look at the human race as everyone's going to be great to me, because they're just not. Yeah,
it's tragic.
And people have bad days. People are people. I understand that. But fuck you, dude. When you come up with that shit and say, all this. Just a fucking two people talking about their kids. Like, it's better. I'm not talking about, oh, I just got wasted last night. Like, you're a 6-year-old dude watching the younger generation talking about their kids.
Understand a fucking conversation too.
And guess what? If you're going to visit your wife's grave and she's looking down at you, maybe don't be a fucking asshole for her to have to watch in fucking heaven.
Man,
the more you know,
dude.
Star.
Yeah, we get people all the time that are. I've had multiple times a day. I'll have someone who runs by and just slams their money down and leaves. Like, while I'm in the middle of a transaction or whatever, they'll run past the line, put their money down, and leave. And I'm like, that's not how this place works, but I'll handle it, I guess.
Something happened. Something got lost.
It's always these fucking old guys, though.
Some ancient treaty. Or some people just fucking think that when you're a customer at a place, you can be a piece of shit.
I know. It's almost like
I don't get it.
They almost have, like, the invisibility wall of the internet.
They're almost
it's the same
so
shit.
Casual with it that you're like, fuck, man, you finessed the fuck out of me right now.
But or like I'll be seating people. There's this one guy that fucking pissed me off, dude. It's my job to fucking ask how many people I'm supposed to seat.
Right.
Hi guys,
he didn't
welcome
like that.
in. How many for you? And he's like, "Can't you count?" I'm like, "All right, fuck you." I'm like, my comeback, I don't know. I wasn't too proud of. I was just like,
We never are, dude.
I was like, no, dude. You see where I work? I can't count. I'm stupid. How about you help me out? And he didn't tell me. He was like, you figure it out, dog. And I'm like, okay, well, I see you being an asshole, so I'll do one. He's like, no, I got my wife with me. It's like, how the fuck do you assume that I'm supposed to know that?
He's a ring motherfucker. When someone does that from now on, everybody that's in customer service, from now on, when something like that happens, let's exercise that rule they give you in the little thing. Like, if you have someone you just can't deal with, you just go and pass on to the manager. Because from now on, when someone's a piece of shit, I'm going to be like, hey, let me slow this whole fucking line down real quick, and I'm going to get out and take a 5-minute break to kick it, and my manager can come ring you up. Because I'm no longer going to let weird little shit like that like come at me and go, okay, allow me to keep sucking your cock. A gawk, a gawk, a gawk, a gawk. Because why? That doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
Because it lets that person still be a piece of shit, and then you don't want to be at your job because you start realizing that 4 out of 9 people are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They're not great people, dude. There's not great people buying stuff. You know what the great people are buying? Stuff online.
Yeah.
You know why? Because no
Great
customer
people
service.
Don't buy, good people, rich people, people who are driven. They do not buy liabilities.
They buy robots.
Yep. You finished my sentence.
Right on, dude. Fucking
And
robots.
with that,
we're ending this third hole, dude.
yeah.
New sign, new curtains, same old fuckheads.
Haha.
Good night.
Said I'm open to discuss it.